There, we have lesson B, new experiences. What do you guys see in the picture?
There's a girl with books, maybe going to school.
Right, going to school. Now, what do you see?
Like, what is really life? Something like that.
Nice. Good. Do you like challenges? So? What's the most difficult challenge you've had?
Probably I would say that some years ago, I ran a marathon. So I think it was a challenge for me, but it was something really good in my life. It was a really good experience.
How 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 long the marathon?
The full marathon, 42 kilometers.
Wow, you ran 42 kilometers? That's good.
Yes, I did.
Thank you, mister. What about you, Dario?
That's a good question. I don't know if I can say this, but I used to live in Monterrey, and I was having a difficult time there and getting rid of all that stuff that I was living through. I think that was the most difficult thing that I had.
I didn't quite hear you,
Without-
mister.
I'm sorry. Yes, I had a difficult time during my stay in Monterrey City,
All right, you did. That's too bad, mister.
right? Without getting into details,
Right,
getting rid
yes.
of that lifestyle and the stuff that I was into. That was difficult to get out.
I can imagine, mister. Yes, we all go through different challenges, right? Some are more interesting to have than others.
All right.
Thank you, Dario. Thank you. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Leslie. Leslie, what's the most difficult challenge you've had?
Pause the exam for the university.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, honey. How about in school? In school, what is the most difficult challenge you've had?
For me as a student was English, always.
Really?
Yes, I hated and I was terrible and yeah, and I was like a good student, I think in general, but with English was the worst.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I hated English in all my career, in all my studies.
And you sound to have a pretty good level, mister. Do you still refuse it?
No, now I like it.
Ah, now you like
But,
it. That's good.
Yeah, it changed my mind, but it was hard.
Mhm.
Um, And so every time now that I'm teaching, because I'm not a teacher as a profession, I always try to avoid the things that I had when I was studying. But now I
Yes.
understand. Now I understand teachers, and I know that how difficult it could be, like to have I don't know how many hours of classes, and most of the times I think we believe that teachers only work from staying in class, but there's more job. I mean, it's the double.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the double. That's right. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Felipe. What about you, Dario? And you, Leslie?
Oh, math and physics. So I hate them. That's why I studied arts, because I can stand math and physics, numbers in general.
Right. So that was your most difficult time. Okay, thank you, mister. What about you, Leslie?
start to study because I really good if only reading and in the class good and I can retain that things, but in the university are more things, so I have to learn to study.
You have to learn to study. Okay, so you're reflecting on the girl in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. What challenges do you hear mentioned? Actually, the question is incomplete. What do you see in the picture?
I think it could be like a lady moving from one place to another to study, probably at the university, like when you need to leave your house and go to another place to study, something like that.
Right, that's what the message says, right? College bound. That means going to college. Correct. Now we're going to, what do you think college students face in college? What challenges do they have?
Besides school.
Actually, in general, in the
Okay.
college life.
Renting.
Yes, renting a room or an apartment or a house, that's correct. What else?
I
Roommates.
th-
Roommates, yes.
I also believe that is like have a balance in your life, like school, like social life, like everything is difficult. Sometimes you stay in Paris
Right.
and you don't balance, or sometimes you stay just studying and you lose like probably this kind of social life. So I think it's how to balance everything is complicated.
Right, that fine balance, correct, is a challenge. Anything else? Let's talk about the challenges a high school student faces when he goes for the first time to college. Let's listen to the audio and let's see what challenges do you hear mentioned. All right.
Page 32. Lesson B. New experiences. 1. Vocabulary in context. A. What challenges might students face before starting college? Make a list. Then read the web page. How many of your ideas are mentioned?
So, you've graduated from high school and you're ready to take the next step in your academic career. You'll probably be so excited that you can only think of the fun ahead. However, going to college can be such an overwhelming experience that some 35% of freshmen drop out in the first year, and many leave before the end of the first semester. But don't worry. There are steps you can take to help you face the challenges and make your first semester both successful and enjoyable. If in the first few weeks you feel so anxious that you only want to take refuge in your room, don't. That will only make things even worse. It's only natural to feel like this, and you won't be the only one. So talk to someone about it.
Rory.
It takes time to adjust to college life. It may even take most of the first year.
On the social side, take advantage of what college life has to offer. For example, take part in extracurricular activities. Take up a new sport or hobby. It's such a great way to meet people that it's worth the effort. However, don't let your social life take precedence over your studies. You are there to get a degree after all.
Caitlin.
Remember to take care of yourself by getting enough sleep. The consequences of sleeping only 4 hours a night are so huge that you don't even realize till it's too late.
Academically, It's up to you to take responsibility for your studies, and you should take into account the fact that you may struggle with new academic challenges. Take the initiative and talk to a professor about any problems you have.
Con.
If you don't understand something, ask. Take charge.
In class, learn how to take criticism without taking offense or taking it personally. If you're shy, take note of how successful students interact and use their strategies for participating. If you get a bad grade, take heart. It's only one bad grade and is unlikely to throw your studies off course. Even the best students don't always get straight A's. After the first few weeks, time will go by so fast that your first semester will be over before you know it. Look back and take stock of all you've achieved. Then take credit for surviving your first semester of college. Good job.
There, guys. What challenges did you hear mentioned?
To me, the most interesting one was about the sleeping. And yes,
Interesting.
at least for me,
Yes, yes, yes.
I used to sleep just some hours,
I know.
but yeah, that's why I think it's important to sleep, but yes, that's why I think like balancing like everything is difficult, and homework, parties, and drinking and everything is difficult. So yeah, that's what's important for me, like that point.
Correct. Thank you, mister. Thank you. Darío, Leslie, Ariadna.
Okay, about the what the college life offer, it said that it give you the advantage of extracurricular activities, like hobbies, or that are excellent for knowing new people, something like that.
Meeting new people.
Meeting new people.
But what challenges did you hear mentioned?
About the challenge is not allow that your social life mix with your studies, because at the end you're gonna have a degree.
Oh, yeah, that actually, Felipe mentioned that before the audio, right, Felipe? Yes, balancing your free time with your studies. Correct, Ariadna?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Ariadna. Thank you. Do you have more?
And the sleeping, but they have already mentioned too.
Correct. Yes, Felipe mentioned it. Thank you, Ariadna. Yes, Leslie, what do you have?
You're welcome.
I think half enough time to sleep enough and extracurricular things are the same, like have a balance in your life.
Yeah, have a balance in your life.
They mentioned about take charge. That was, if you don't understand something, you have to ask, because it's some important. Some things when we are students forget that we don't ask.
Very good. Thank you. Darío. Anything, mister? Darío? Okay.
I'm here. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm sorry.
Enjoy your meal, mister.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna show you the script and I'll play the audio once again.
Mentioned.
So, you've graduated from high school and you're ready to take the next step in your academic career. You'll probably be so excited that you can only think of the fun ahead. However, going to college can be such an overwhelming experience that some 35% of freshmen drop out in the first year, and many leave before the end of the first semester. But don't worry, there are steps you can take to help you face the challenges and make your first semester both successful and enjoyable. If in the first few weeks you feel so anxious that you only want to take refuge in your room, don't. That will only make things even worse. It's only natural to feel like this, and you won't be the only one. So talk to someone about it.
Rory.
It takes time to adjust to college life. It may even take most of the first year.
On the social side, take advantage of what college life has to offer. For example, take part in extracurricular activities. Take up a new sport or hobby. It's such a great way to meet people that it's worth the effort. However, don't let your social life take precedence over your studies. You are there to get a degree after all.
Caitlin.
Remember to take care of yourself by getting enough sleep. The consequences of sleeping only 4 hours a night are so huge that you don't even realize till it's too late.
Academically, it's up to you to take responsibility for your studies, and you should take into account the fact that you may struggle with new academic challenges. Take the initiative and talk to a professor about any problems you have.
Erkan.
If you don't understand something, ask. Take charge.
In class, learn how to take criticism without taking offense or taking it personally. If you're shy, take note of how successful students interact and use their strategies for participating. If you get a bad grade, take heart. It's only one bad grade and is unlikely to throw your studies off course. Even the best students don't always get straight A's. After the first few weeks, time will go by so fast that your first semester will be over before you know it. Look back and take stock of all you've achieved. Then take credit for surviving your first semester of college. Good job.
Perfect, guys. So, what challenges do you hear mentioned?
Feeling anxious,
Yes, feel so anxious, right? What else? What about this one? Feeling anxious and will that be a challenge too? Part of the same?
yes, I guess so.
Okay. What else do you have?
Maybe. Take precedent over.
But over
let
what?
let your social life take.
The social life,
precedence
okay.
over
However,
your
don't let your
studies.
social life take precedence over your studies.
That's a challenge, correct? Yeah. What is the another challenge?
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Another one within the same lines. Get enough sleep. That's another challenge right there.
The other, for example, is take the initiative and talk to a professor about any problems you have.
Yeah, is this a challenge, guys?
It might be
Take the
Okay.
initiative.
All right, good.
to take criticism
Take criticism. Yes, where is it?
right there. Yeah.
What else? Another
Take
challenge?
responsibility for your studies.
Getting a bad grade.
A bad grade. What did you say, Leslie?
Take responsibility for your studies.
Yeah, take responsibility for your studies. Yeah, that's a challenge. That is the main challenge. Is the principal reason why you go to school, but it becomes a challenge. Yes. Is there anything else? That looks like that's it, right? Yes. Do you see any advice here?
Take credit for surviving your first semester.
Is that an advice?
Yeah, I think it's advice. Some people feel in the first semester so bad when they don't have good grades.
Okay. Take credit for surviving. All right, thank you. Anything else, guys? Any other advice?
Don't take refuge in your room.
Don't take what?
Refuge in your room. If you
Yeah.
feel anxious,
So that would be if like that, right? The complete sentence, the complete paragraph, not paragraph.
A ver, joven, se trata de que usted tiene que
oh.
hacer.
Oh my goodness. What? Hello?
No, perdón, estaba hablando con alguien, con un alumno mío, perdón, discúlpeme.
So yeah, it's a whole concept over here, right? All of it. If the
Yes.
first week you feel so anxious that you only want to take refuge in your room, don't. There you go. Is there another one?
getting enough sleep.
So that would be the complete sentence too, right? Remember to take care of yourself by getting enough sleep. Is there another?
Take part in the extracurricular activities in the third paragraph, I think so.
Take part in the extracurricular activities. Very good. That's a really good advice too. Is there more?
If you don't understand something, ask, take charge.
Yes. If you don't understand something, ask. Is there more? How about this one? Learn how to take criticism.
Take note of how successful people, students interact.
Yeah, that's a good advice too. What about this one? If you get a bad grade, take heart. Now that's a good thing to take a look at. What does that mean? Take heart. Do you know?
Nope.
Let's take a look at that. But before we jump into that, did you have these challenges?
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Did you have different challenges?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What challenges did you have?
There is something called, how do they call it? Homesickness. Homesickness.
Yes, homesickness. That's right. That's very common too. All right, guys. Share with your classmates the challenges you had in school. All right, let's go to sessions only for a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back and continue, okay? All right, see you in a couple of minutes. Oh, perfect. Was that a nice chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good, very good. Thank you very much. Did you hear anything interesting, anything unusual? No, pretty much common. All right, very good. Now let's continue with the next activity, which is finding expressions in bold with these meanings. Where in the article? The expressions in bold are these: steps take refuge, take advantage of. So letters in bold are the darker letters. Find expressions in bold with these meanings and write them below. Then find other expressions with take on the web page. What do they mean? Compare with a partner. So here the first one we have hide in. What expression in bold means hiding? Take refuge. So let's continue. Let's see. They are not in order. This is not in the first paragraph, hiding. But this, I'm sorry, I don't know about this one, have courage or confidence. But I'll show you the first paragraph. This is actually the second part of the first paragraph. We have a steps take. What do you think that means? There are steps you can take. What would that be? Have courage, participate, take control, do something, think about, take priority, reflect.
Take control of.
Take control of? You think is that's take control of?
I think so.
What about you guys? Felipe, Leslie, Ariadna?
Yes, maybe take control of the
All right.
situation.
Take
Mhm.
control. Perfect. So if you have
And
this
the next one is taking part in, take part in.
would that be take control?
No, the next one. I'm sorry. Ah, sí, cierto.
Take steps. And what is the other one? We don't know. We'll check it out. But continue with all of them. Please, in your books, and we'll compare answers in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Please. I will be back in 1 minute, guys. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm back. If you have any questions, is there anything I can help you with? I'm here. Okay, please compare your answers.
On the second one, I have courage and or confidence. I have take heart. What do you think?
I don't know. For me, it was one of the hardest, but I used that one do something positive, but I'm not sure. But it could be. It could be like have courage or confidence. It sounds like logical, probably.
Okay. And second,
Yo puse esta. I wrote this one. Take charge.
take charge of.
Me too.
Okay.
Mhm.
What about the second one? The third one.
Participate in.
Right.
Take part in.
Take part
Take
in.
part in.
Yes, I have the same.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm
Same
sorry.
thing.
It was take part. Take part. It. Yeah.
Take part in. Uh-huh.
And the next one.
Take responsibility for.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I also have a take precedence for over. Sorry, take precedence over.
No, I don't have in that answer.
Okay.
I put also take charge.
Uh-huh. Could be too.
The next one does something positive. What do you have there? I put take heart, but now that Dario said that it could be like the second one, I don't know. What is this? Probably does something
Mhm.
positive.
Yeah, me too. I
It's a
put
tricky one.
take heart.
It is tricky. Well, the next
Yeah, it's
one,
a
let's
really
skip it.
tricky one.
Think about or consider. I have take into account.
The same.
What about you guys?
I wrote take stock of.
Okay. What about the next one? Take priority.
I put take precedence over.
Me too. Mhm.
Okay. And the next one, reflect and assess.
I put take note of.
Mhm. Take note of, yes. And notice the next one.
Take note.
Yes. I have take stock of.
Yeah, me too.
Again, guys, please.
Notice.
What about the next one? Accept praise for. I have take credit for.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Me too.
Right? And make use of. Take advantage
advantage.
of. Oh, sorry. Yes.
No, that one.
Take
The
advantage.
same thing.
Right. And what about the last one? Take initiative for. Do something
Take
before others
initiative,
do.
uh-huh.
Right.
Okay, guys, that was awesome. Can you please type the answers? Talk to each other and say which sentence you're or which expression you're writing down. So
Okay.
you all can write something down, please.
Guys, what do you have for answer for reflex, analysis, and notice?
For reflexiousness, take note of.
Uh-huh. Thank you. And the
Let
other
it
one?
take stock up.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, let's go over this one. Reflect and assess. Can you repeat?
Reflect and assess.
Assess, yes, assess. Thank you.
Are they correct?
So far, so good, mister. Yes, but
Okay.
we're not finished. I don't see,
Go ahead, guys.
I don't see nothing here, 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 and here. Those are missing. The ones that are complete that I can see this and it's good. It's good, 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 good. Oh my goodness, that's ugly. And this one.
Sorry, guys, I'm so slowly doing this, so I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you did it, mister. Just mark which one you're doing. Ah, there you go.
Uh-huh.
So we have taken responsibility for, and this has two expressions. So this one is good. And that's over here, mister. Okay. Do you want to know the answer? All right. So the answer is
Oh, yes.
a church.
Someone said that, yeah.
Let's put this one over here and this one over here. So that's finished. What about accept praise for?
Take credit for.
Yes, take credit for. Anybody? Or can you type it? There you go, Daria. Thank you very much. Now, what about this one, guys? Where does that go?
It should be do something positive.
Do something before others. Do something positive. Perfect. Take steps. Do something positive. Very good, mister. Thank you. Anything else? Let's continue with the next paragraph. Take advantage of. Perfect. Take part in. Very good, guys. Take precedence over. There you go. Take responsibility for. Yes. Take into account. Take the initiative. Take note of. Take heart. Have courage. Take stock of. Notice. Yes. Take credit for. Very good. I'm sorry. There is more though. On the first one. Nope, it's not here. Right here. Take up a new sport. What does that mean? Take up.
Try something new.
Try something new. Try a new sport, right? Start doing or start practicing a new sport or start a new hobby. Yes, start, do something new. Perfect. There is another one. Take
Taking offense.
criticism.
Oh, or taking offense.
Taking offense. Taking it personally. What does the word take mean here?
To receive.
To receive, yes. To admit, to get. Okay. There's another one. Oh my goodness, I lost it. There is another one somewhere in there, guys. Hopefully you can find it. All right, I don't know, I lost it. But thank you very much. This is really good so far. Do you have any questions?
No, no questions.
Good. Please, do you agree with the advice given on the webpage? What other advice could you give to someone starting college? Here we have two questions. Question number one, do you agree with the advice given? Question number two, what other advice could you give to someone starting college? All right, let's go to sessions. Please ask and answer the questions with the classmate. Ariadna, can you work?
Yes.
All right, let's go, guys. See you in a couple of minutes. Hello, guys. How was the chat? Anything interesting? All right, let's continue. Make note, please. This is homework, whether you want to do it in the book or in the platform. Vocabulary notebook, page 39. Please. And let's continue. Let's take a look at the grammar. And let's focus on adding emphasis. Add one word to each sentence and cross out the underlined words to keep the same meaning. So we have to add words and keep the same meaning. Use the web page to help you, then read the grammar chart. So this one, you may get anxious and the result will be that you'll take refuge in your room. How is that in the web page? We need to add one word to each sentence and cross the underlined words. So if we cross this out, now I need a word here, one word in the first clause, in the first sentence, and another one in the second sentence. What words are those I need to use? Do you know? No? Let's take a look at the article, the web page. Oh my goodness, where is it? Right here. Where is that? It's right here. So we have two words extra and we can use them there. What are the words that we need? Anybody? There is one more time. If in the first few weeks you feel so anxious that you only want to take refuge in your room, don't.
So that.
So that. So where do I put so?
After get, if you get so anxious.
You may get so anxious. All right, then I cancel this. Now what? Maybe that's complete. Yeah. This is complete. You may get so anxious that you'll take refuge in your room. Now I'm gonna write so a little bit better.
Because you have that already there, right?
Yes, that is
Okay.
already there. That's good. That's correct. There. Perfect. There you go. Continue with the other guys. Number 2, 3, and 4, please. remember that these sentences are in the article or in the web page. All you gotta do is find where they are and find that word that is missing. That is missing to complete the idea because it's not exactly the same in the article.
Taking up a new sport is such a good way to make friends.
There you go. It's such a good way. Perfect, mister. I'm gonna change the size just a little bit. There, it's such a good way to make friends. And I can cross out the underlined phrase. All right. Number 3. I need to cross this out and I need one word to make the emphasize.
Only
No.
take a year?
No, it's not only.
No, not only.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea in the number 3.
Want the answer?
Yes, please. Even, okay.
Yes. Even. It may even take a year.
Okay, I see.
Yes, is that correct?
Mhm. Right.
Okay, what about number 4?
Before you go to college, think about it. Fun ahead. You may only think about the fun ahead.
You may only. Perfect, guys. Yeah. So basically, what we have is it's a very simple topic, but sometimes it's necessary to cover it. So that, such, such and, that, even and only. So here we have 4 different things. So that, such, and that. I'm gonna use a different color for that. And even and only. And of course, these are to emphasize, to add emphasis. You can use so or such that to emphasize the results. Look, emphasize the results or effects of something. Use so plus adjective plus adverb that, or so, such, an adjective noun that. I know it's it may be a little too complex in that type of explanation, but in a simpler explanation, you'll be excited, so you will only think of the fun ahead. You know, that's a more simpler phrase.
Hello, hello.
Puse en el grupo que el internet se le fue. Ahorita que se conecte, esperar.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, I'm with my cell phone. So let's continue with where we left off, okay? Where is it? Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Good, perfect. So what we have is so that, such, and that, even and only. So if we have an expression simple like this, you'll be excited, comma, you can only think of the fun ahead. So to emphasize it, well, we use so that. So that, like Felipe mentioned. Time goes fast, comma, you won't notice. How do we emphasize it? We emphasize it with so. You can use that, but it's not necessary as you can see. Such. What is such?
So I can say you'll be so excited you can only think of phone ahead.
Yes,
Okay, perfect.
that's right. It's such an overwhelming experience. So this, you're saying that this is so. For example, it's an overwhelming experience. So big, that's what such means. So big, so unique, so interesting, so amazing, so this, so that. That's what such means. That is big in a certain way. It's such an overwhelming experience that many students drop out. Here, if you use a comma, it's such an overwhelming experience, comma, then you can omit that. Many students drop out. And you don't even even can add emphasis or signal that something is surprising. Even is when something is surprising. Only means no one else or nothing else. Use them before the phrase or part of the sentence you want to emphasize. So let's begin with the even examples. You don't even realize. That's signaling something is surprising.
That you didn't expect it.
You didn't expect, yes. It
Okay.
may even take a year to adjust to college life. That's something surprising. That will make things even worse. Even the best students don't always get A's. That's with even. Only is you only want. This verb is the only thing you want. You don't want nothing else. You only want to take refuge. It will only make things worse. This will make things worse and is the only thing that it will make. That it will do. Next, it's only natural. It's natural to feel anxious and is the only thing to feel. Only you and nobody else can take charge of the situation. So in your books, page 36, complete the conversations with so that, such a, and that, only or even. If none fit, then write a dash. For example, the first one. My friend said nothing fits here. We can't write so, nor such, nor only, nor even, nothing. So we have a dash in the example. What about the next one? What expression can you write?
Even anticipate how difficult.
My friend said he didn't even, yes, even anticipate how difficult it would be until he moved last year. Perfect, mister. Go ahead, continue, guys, please. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Guys?
Nope.
Oh, All right, let's continue, please.
That than such that.
Right. Such is when you want to emphasize that something is not only surprising, but it's also unique in some way, or maybe not unique, but it's more than others. For example, a beautiful girl. It's just an example, right? We can say Ariana Grande is such a beautiful girl that everybody loves her, right? Or a singer, we can say Luis Miguel is such a great singer that all of his concerts are sold out, you know, things like that. So it's to emphasize how surprising something is, or how much more than others something or someone is. Does that make sense at all?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Awesome.
have to use an adjective first, right? When you use such a beautiful girls, right?
Yes, that's with adjectives, that's correct. Although I must say, I think that the tricky part here is finding out which spaces don't have anything. Is that why you're struggling?
I think I'm done.
You're done? Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Ariadna. Leslie, how are you ladies doing?
I'm stuck.
You're stuck? All right. Well, in a second, you guys are going to compare your answers and you can ask your questions and we can all see what you're doing, okay? Felipe, how are you doing, mister?
More or less.
All right, compare your answers. Just work together.
Well, on the first one, well, the second one is even, as we saw at the beginning, didn't even anticipate how difficult. Can we type it? Can we write it? And in the third one, I have finding an apartment was such hard work. Such hard work that he ended up taking refuge on a friend's couch.
So, for example, in that one,
Yes.
such a hard work, or so hard work that, for me, it looks like similar, but I don't know.
That's what I was saying, that you have to, when you use such, you have to have an adjective. Like here, hard work, you have an adjective first.
But
so
also with
such,
so, I think so.
Not exactly. It might be when you have finding an apartment was so hard.
Without work.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense in that example. The next one I think is nothing. He got a place a month ago. I'm not sure if it's that correct.
Oh, I see. I had only, but I'm not sure if it's correct.
I was thinking in that also in that option, but
But it feels better if you don't use anything there.
yeah, probably. Yeah. That's why I decided to not put anything. That was the
What about the next one? You have been so depressed that.
yeah, exactly. Yes. So we have like an adjective. So I think it's easier for me to use. The problem is that I think normally I use so that.
Mhm.
That now I see everything with so that and not just like such or the other ones.
The next one, so long to settle that.
Yeah, I think that is correct. And the next one, but he has such a positive
Exactly.
outlook.
Yes, such a positive outlook that things always work out for him. On the second part, on the B, in part B, there are probably things you don't, right? You don't use anything here.
Yeah, but then I don't know. After don't, I don't know what is good or what it fits in there.
Don't even take into account. Well, that's what I have.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
it could
take
be.
into account, like changing your address on your license, driver's license. You are probably so busy.
Yeah, so busy when you
busy
move.
that you I don't have anything there. That you don't.
In both spaces, in both lines.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, I have a question here. It might be you even don't have time, or you don't even have time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I think it's even goes somewhere there. You even don't have time, or you don't even have time. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, I think normally like this is an adverb. So you need to go, I think, between the auxiliary and the verb. So for me, that sounds good, but I don't know.
Don't even have, okay. And what about the rest of you guys?
Next one, I think my first day at this job was such a big deal that I couldn't eat.
Yes, exactly. Such a big deal. I even felt nervous the week before.
And then probably, I don't know if you can only do your best to fit in. I'm not sure about it.
You can only, yeah, I have only as well, yes. But I'm not sure. In the next one, I worked so hard my first week that.
Yep, I have the same thing. And then I think it's even. I'm not sure. Or nothing. Well, I'm pretty outgoing, but
I have nothing there.
yeah, probably. Yes. This is strange. Like before pronoun. Yeah, I think you're right.
But only last a few days.
Yeah, Definitely it's only, I think so, in that part.
Right.
And then you'll get so involved that you'll forget you were so nervous.
Only
You were-
nervous. Right.
Yeah.
So involved. That you were only nervous. At the in the end, only you can take responsibility for how things turn out.
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I think it's nothing there.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna write it down.
All right.
Finished, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Everything looks good. The only thing that I have to mention is that hard work is actually uncountable. So in this case, we don't need the and we only have such hard work is how it's said. And here we can emphasize saying only. I know it sounds a little strange, but we are emphasizing that he is like just similar to just. He just got a place a month ago, right?
Okay.
He only got a place a month ago. That's it. Everything else looks good. So depressed that, so long to settle that, such a positive outlook that. That's correct. Nothing here. Don't even take into account. So busy when you move that. That's right. Nothing here. Don't even have time. Such a big deal that. I've even felt nervous. Yeah, this is a different expression. Because we don't have that, right?
Yes.
It's a different event, but it's okay. It works. But you can only do your best to fit in. I'm sorry. I worked so hard my first week that it was over. I'm pretty outgoing, but that's right, nothing here. I get nervous in new situations. It only lasts a few days. And you'll get so involved that you'll forget you were here. Not only, we don't need only. You can say so nervous. It's okay to say it or not. So it reads like, then you'll get so involved that you'll forget you were so nervous. In the end, only you can take responsibility for how things turn out. There you go, guys. Thank you very much. That's great work. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but in the last sentence, yeah, I mean, it's also possible to start like a sentence with only, right? Only you can, or you can only take responsibility. Like for me, it sounds more natural in after can and no at the beginning.
It depends what you're emphasizing. For example, this take responsibility, the only is emphasizing on the you and nobody else. But if you say it after can, then you can only, that means that take responsibility is the only thing you can do, which wouldn't make sense for the philosophy, right?
Got it. Now it's
Perfect.
clear. Now
Perfect.
it's clear. Thank you.
Very good. Ladies, Ariadna, Leslie, I didn't hear you. Are you ladies doing okay?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Do you have,
I'm realized about my mistakes. That's why.
very good, very good.
Yes.
We are finished for today. Yes, we're finished. But
Okay.
please tell me, how was the class?
Good, but I need to put more effort.
Okay. Leslie, Dario, Felipe, how was the class?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but I think at this time, at these days, difficult sometimes to concentrate. But
I know Saturday afternoon, it is a tough schedule. Believe me, it's a difficult one. But here we are. Did you learn anything new?
Yes, of course, expressions with take.
Can you continue, Dario? Can you share a couple of things you learned today in the class?
Expressions with take and this the use of, well, it was a reminder of the use of so and such.
Right. That's it.
Yes, I don't know what else to say.
It's okay, mister. It's all right. I was actually meaning for your classmates. If nobody else wanted to share anything.
I would like to agree. I'm agree with Dario, and also all the terms, such even only the really important, because you can omit other things, but the meaning is the same. It's really useful for me right now.
Very nice. Thank you, Ariadna. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I think it was good. I think it was nice. I hope it was good for you as well. If you have any questions, we have the chat, so you can ask your question in the chat. And for now, the only thing left to say is the homework is in the platform, Unit 3, Lesson A and B.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night. I will see you
You
next
too.
Saturday.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
We can